Young voters turned out in record numbers in the 2020 election, but now a smartphone app is making it easier for these young voters to actually get on the ballot themselves. Snapchat started a new feature called Run for Office, and it guides users how to do exactly that. Fox 46's chief political correspondent Emma Withrow spoke with political science students at UNC Charlotte today to find out their thoughts on this.
Getting involved in the political process can seem daunting, especially for the younger generation, but this new feature on Snapchat makes launching your campaign simple and straightforward. Students at UNC Charlotte took a poll during class today, and 32% of them said they might be interested in running for office. Leading up to the 2020 election, Snapchat helped over 1 million people register to vote. And according to statistics, more than half of those people were first-time voters. Sophia Gross, Snap Inc.'s public policy manager, said since the voter registration was such a success, they wanted to take it a step further.
Snapchat reaches 90% of the U.S. population aged 13 to 24. With that comes an awesome responsibility and huge opportunity of helping this next generation of Americans understand how to make their voice heard.
Dick Beekman, student body president at UNC Charlotte, hadn't heard about the app but was shocked when he saw how easy it was to launch a campaign.
I think when a lot of young individuals are interested in politics, they don't exactly know where to start. And they see a lot of people at the tail end of their career, either in the state legislature, the governor's office, in the federal government. And there's a big disconnect between how do I get where I'm at today and how do I get to those positions way on down the road. And so I think that this opens up a lot of opportunities for that.
Political science professor Eric Heberlig teaches American politics at UNC Charlotte. He works with students who are there to fulfill a general ed requirement or ones that have a piqued interest in politics. When it comes to this app, he thinks it might be a useful tool for both.
What I thought was neat about that was it asks you first about what the issues are that you care about, and then says, all right, these are the offices that you need to run for in order to address those issues. It allows people to essentially recruit themselves, that they don't have to rely on activism from extreme groups or connections to these cause-type groups to get involved.
30% of federal, state, and local elections were uncontested in 2020. So with apps like Snapchat making it so much easier to launch a campaign and get on the ballot, experts predict that statistic might be very different come 2022. In the studio, Emma Withrow, Fox 46.